Hey guys, it is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur here, coming at you this evening. It is June 17th. It's a Friday. And for those of you that are new to IFYL or Inspirations for Your Life, it's great to have you here. You're going to notice a QR code just popped up on the right hand side. Use your phone or mobile device and just point it out there and scan that QR code. It'll direct you to my link tree with lots of great information for you and everyone else in your life to improve their lives. You'll notice I'm wearing a hat. The hat says Believe and Achieve. There's a QR code. You can go to that, or you can just go to believemeachieve.com, because before you can achieve anything in your life, you have to first believe with every muscle in your body. All right. Every single week, we have a master topic, and then each day we have some granular topics about the master topic. And we start with a Saturday and we end on a Friday. Today is the last day of this series that we'll talk about in just a minute. But for those of you who are coming back, welcome back, my friends, colleagues, and associates. It is so wonderful to have you here, and joke there, and have you coming back and supporting. And I hope that many of the people that are joining us for the first time will become loyal as well. So thank you very, very much. Really grateful to have you here. And if you're wondering what that topic is, I'll share it with you. That is, what is the tip of the iceberg series, episode 7. All right. So when we think about an iceberg, we've been talking about this all week. An iceberg is something that we see the tip, but we don't see the rest of it. And just because we can't see the rest of it doesn't mean that it's not there. Just like in your life, let's say you want to manifest a new car or a new relationship, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not on its way. John, what are you talking about? All right. I'm not being foolish. I'm not being crazy. The universe works on something called energy, right? And so we first have to create things in our mind, and then they get created in life. But people get dismayed because they don't see something happening in their life. And because they don't see it happening, well, then they feel that it's not really going anywhere because it's not in front of them. And then you know what happens? People get depressed. They get sad because it's not showing up yet. But what they don't realize is that it's getting ready to show up. What else is important? The tip. The tip is a beginning. It's a starting point. It's where we will culminate to take further information to further a process. So the tip of something is the start, right? For us to get to the end, we have to first start. And so we can't start with what's at the bottom. We have to start with what's at the top. Even though that might not be everything we need to get to the end, the tip is so very vital in our lives. I don't care whether you're talking about goal setting, relationships, money, whether you're talking about challenges in your life, or you're just talking about learning a new skill. The tip is where every man and woman start. You have to start with the tip, and you have to realize and acknowledge this is what you know and this is where you are. And when you can firmly come to the point and say, yes, I'm at the tip, I understand that this is where I am today. It may not be where I want to be tomorrow, but it is the tip. I want to refer to a prayer. I don't usually get too religious on the show, but there is a prayer that I want to share with you. There's actually one line I want to share with you. And this prayer is actually 4 pages. I'm not going to read the whole prayer, actually. But there is a very interesting part of the prayer, and I'm just looking for it right now. And it basically says, help me get to tomorrow, and you know where I am today. I'm looking for the exact phrase. I read this prayer all the time, and I'm looking for the exact phrase. One part is help me go after the goal, your will with tenacity and purpose. So that's definitely a good thing. Um, Asking for wisdom, that's another great thing. I'm looking here for the rest of it. It says, Father, please help me to get where I am today to where you want me to be tomorrow. Let me say that again. Father, please help me to get from where I am today to where you want me to be tomorrow. Father, please help me to get from where I am today to where you want me to be tomorrow. Now, that's really cool because in order to get where you need to be tomorrow, you need to acknowledge where you are first. And that is the tip. All right. If you were to think about building a new home, right, the tip of that would be the initial drawings, maybe the first revision. And then that would get into final revisions. And then that would eventually get into building supplies. And then you'd start framing and building your house. But in order before you can build a house, you have to first understand what you're building. Now that you know what you're building, you have to start with the tip. Once you've gotten everything done from the planning, you have to realize that the foundation is the most important part. A lot of people renege on the foundation. It's like, oh, it's only the foundation. I don't have to put so much time into it. You do need to put time into it. The tip is so very vital in your life. And I think people skate across the tip because, like, oh, I don't need to do anything. It's only the tip. Yes, it's only the tip, but you got to understand where the tip is coming from. Does that make sense? All right. Let's think for a moment and let's pretend that you want to make this great 5-star recipe. All right. In order to make this recipe, you need to do some great things, right? You need to find out some things. However, you can't get to having a great world-renowned recipe by just starting at the end. You got to start at the beginning. You got to start with the building blocks. In the French, they like to call it mise en place. So that's basically all the stuff that you have, like your ramekins, and you have everything pre-measured. And when you have things pre-measured, you're pretty much on a plan that this is what you have. So you kind of know your ingredients, right? Now, when we think about, let's say, even somebody giving a speech, they don't start with the end, they start with the tip. They start with what's going to reel you in. What does a news reporter do? They start with the tip. They start with what's going to captivate you. And if they can't find that, well, then they have to figure out what it is and go from there. But I want to tell you something. The tip is not overrated. It's not overrated. A lot of people say, John, oh, I can't do that because it's the tip. Well, the point is that the tip is the beginning. But a lot of people believe that they don't need the beginning. They don't need the beginning. Why? I think it's because they feel that they know everything. And so if you know everything, you're violating the one rule, which is to be what? Humble. If we're not humble, we're not grateful, we're not getting anything in our lives. We're not going to get anything in our lives. And you might say, John, well, that's kind of crazy. No, it's the truth. It's absolutely the truth. And so if we think about the tip, okay, let's think about the tip. And when we think about that, I think the biggest challenge is that people want to go to the end right away. They want to go to the end. They don't want to understand what it is that you currently have. They don't want to understand it. Why? I think it's because they get zealous about jumping to the end. Now, that sounds a little crazy, doesn't it? but it's the truth. It's the truth. So if we understand that it is the truth, okay, and we understand what it's going to do, then how do we actually manage what it is? And I think that's where it gets a little daunting for some people, right? It gets daunting for some people because they don't understand what's necessary. Now, that might sound a little crazy, but it's the truth. It is the truth. So, if you don't start with the tip, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be very, very unhappy. You're going to be extremely, extremely unhappy. And I think this happens because a lot of people in our lives don't understand something really vital. You know what that is? That's the fact that we have to start from the very beginning. We have to start from the very beginning. People don't want to start from the beginning. No, they don't want to start from the beginning. And I believe that's happening because people just get a little zealous. They want to be able to do things immediately, right? So what could you do right now, ladies and gentlemen, that would actually get you to that point? What would it be? I think what it would be is the fact that your life. Oh, and we have these stupid streamer recommendators here, so we're gonna block them again. Thanks, Michael, for letting me know that. It just makes me have to laugh at these people that they think that their obnoxious three-letter insinuendos are important, and they're not. The people from other countries that just can't figure out how to use their brain for anything important. And I feel really sad that these people just have one purpose in life, and it has those three letters, starts with an S and ends with an X. They have nothing else in their life to live for. That they just think that they're so funny, or they think that everybody cares about their crap. And you know what? They don't. Then they put curse words in there because they think they're so great, but really, they're not. They just have this brain that is only thinking about X rated content. That's all it is. And they think that by interjecting that they're actually going to get people to respond when all they are is somebody that acts a lot lower than a first grader. They have no mentality. And it just bothers me for one reason. Not that it bothers me they're here. It bothers me that they don't have enough self regard to be able to live a life that has anything else without the S and the X in it. That's pretty bad. They reference other X rated sites and they think that they're funny. And really, I think they need help. I think they need some serious help. Because anybody that tries to put content of nature that's adult like in a self improvement group, I think they're bottom of the barrel. Really bottom of the barrel. And there are probably some people from other countries just trying to get their yin yangs in off of a few extra bucks, but they don't understand ethics. They don't understand morals. All they understand is thinking with one part of their body, and it's not the part that's up here. They think that every moment of their life should be about the S and the X, and it's not. There's so many other things that you can do in your life. There's a time for that, okay? But using four-letter words and using things and trying to get you to go to sites, I think it's just so bad. So I hope someday that they really figure out their true worth. And hopefully they know it's more than just posting crappy things in a chat that they hope one of the moderators is going to miss, but we won't. We're pretty astute. So I really feel bad. And I hope that these people from the XYZ domain, I hope they get the necessary support that they need. Maybe some counseling, you know, and maybe they just get the support that they need to know that they're okay and that their X-rated content. This isn't a frat party. And I feel bad that that's the only thing that makes them feel worthy in life. I really feel bad for them. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I feel so bad that you guys don't have anything else to do in your life but post all these X-rated content. It's terrible. I mean, you have no other self-worth, that you literally just post this crap. And I guess you're not really worth anything, because this is all you think your life is about S and X. And I feel really bad for you. I really do. I hope someday that maybe you guys will actually get a clue and maybe get the appropriate help that you need, so that you'll be able to live a life that actually is one that's of value. One that's of value. And unfortunately, I think it's about the fact that you think you're funny. You think you're funny when really you're not funny. You just show how ignorant you are, and you show how low of an IQ you have. That all you can think of is words that start with X and end with X, and try to get people to click on your stupid links. I feel really bad for you, and I hope I hope that these things basically get blocked, because it's really terrible. I'm definitely going to be working with StreamYard and with all these different places to get you blocked, because I really think right now that you have a serious problem. You have a really serious problem. And I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray that God gives you the help that you need to maybe start to realize that you have a higher purpose in life. A higher purpose in life. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been an amazing privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you this evening, as it is every single evening. I hope you'll like, support, and love my channel. Then go ahead and comment below and let me know, does this resonate with you? I hope that you found this really great this week. Tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. And then be sure to, use the content here and to share it out with everyone you know. Go to my YouTube channel, John Space C Space MRLEY Space Serial Entrepreneur, and look for the key phrase, help keep our content free. And make the choice to buy my team that cup of coffee. We'll be so grateful for those pennies and dollars. We'll invest into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, and even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping, motivational content. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I hope that you realize that understanding your value is discovering more than just the tip. You need to slowly understand what's below the surface, and that's not something you do in 5 minutes. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you tomorrow with a whole new master topic. Take care, everyone.